Is the DJI Pocket 3 the ultimate vlogging camera? It is.
It's Zim and the Rocket.
Perfect.
So it's pretty crazy to think about how far technology has come. If I were to tell you, in this case that looks like a shaving kit, I have a camera, a lens, a wireless microphone system, a gimbal, a tripod, some lenses, some filters, some memory cards, and a charger. So in the box, you obviously get the Pocket 3 with the most satisfying startup sequence of any camera. You also get your extended battery grip, just clicks in, USB-C, and then you also get your threaded tripod adapter. So this is the end-all be-all. If you're a content creator, this is the money spot right here. You can do pretty much anything you want with this setup right here. It also has this really handy protective case. The protective case also has a magnetic receiver for your wide-angle lens adapter and any other filters. This product is eliminating an excuse not to bring your camera because it's so portable, it's so easy to use. It takes 2 seconds to turn on, doesn't take up any space. Bring it everywhere you go. My first impressions of the product itself, it's DJI. You know, they've come a long way. Started with just drones, build their way up. The build quality feels outstanding. You're gonna have to watch that gimbal mechanism, make sure it's always stored in that protective housing. Key features, we can shoot in 4K up to 60 frames per second. We also have a slow-mo mode, 120 frames per second. We've got dlog-m color profiles. And of course we have a gimbal to give you the most smooth content you can get. We have new smart features like Hyperlapse, ActiveTrack, and active face tracking. And then with your built-in battery and your extended battery packs, this is an all-day camera. We've got defaulted horizontal shooting and a quick release to do vertical shooting for the TikTokers, the Reels, the YouTube Shorts. It doesn't actually flip the gimbal, it just uses the center alignment of the sensor itself. So you only get 3K, but 3K viewed on a smartphone looks outstanding. And that's what this camera is competing against. It's competing against your smartphone or a GoPro or any other small, compact, easy to use camera. And I can tell you right now, it blows everything else out of the water.
Okay, Pocket 3, we are out here. So it's a little bit busy. I wanted to pick kind of a louder, busier spot so we can test the mics and everything going on out here. So this is 4K 30. This is what I usually shoot on. It's just on the standard lens. This is the internal microphone. And this is also just the normal color profile. So this isn't the 10-bit. So if you're wanting to create content and you don't have to color grade it or upload it or anything, this is the look that you're gonna get. And this is using the extended battery with the tripod grip. This is my arm fully extended, so you are really wide. I don't know if there's really that much of a need to use the 0.7 times wide angle adapter. I'll show you that either way. So this is how we look. This is gonna be my standard setup. Okay, so this is how we look using dlog-m. So it's actually not a full D-Log. It is gonna be kind of that flatter color tone, and it's gonna give you more information so you can use different color grading in post. Now, it's not full D-Log, so if you're trying to use a Rec 709 to color grade this, it's gonna come out super, super sharp and oversaturated like this. Okay, so back to the normal, this is that dlog-m. So if you look on DJI's website, it's actually meant for some of the DJI Air drones. They use the same color profile, so that dlog-m. So you can download your LUT from DJI, and then this is what it looks like. And this is gonna be my favorite look. Again, this isn't a finished product, but this is, if you're doing any color grading in post, this is a great starting point to see where you can go with the colors. Okay, image stabilization. So we'll do some walking tests. Again, this is different, right? It's not gonna be an in-body image stabilization. It's not gonna crop in like some of your mirrorless cameras do and float around the middle of the sensor. It's gonna use the whole sensor, and your stabilization is from the gimbal. So not much camera shake. You can see my body shaking more, and then it stabilizes the background. And I'm not trying to hold it that steady. This is kind of just like carefree, just walking and talking. And this is what you get. It's extremely impressive. And now I'm gonna be that crazy guy, just out for a jog. Apparently you just run.
Veronica and I are trying this new fad called jogging.
And we live in a vertical world, so here's the vertical setting. So this one's kind of unique. So max resolution, we're only getting, they call it 3K. So it actually doesn't rotate the camera, it just uses the center part of the sensor. So we're getting 3K. So this is 3K 30. Should be great for social media. You can just upload it and go viral on TikTok. Ultra wide filter magnetically clicks right into your little carrying case there. Okay, so here's how that looks with the ultra wide. So it's only 0.7 difference. You guys can let me know what you think. I thought before I did notice a little bit of a sharpness difference, so it's not quite as sharp. And you do get kind of a little bit of curved edges, a little bit of, what's it called? Fisheye, a little bit of a fisheye look. So this is your wider look. So say if you want more of a vlog setup or more of a POV look, let's try that. Okay, so this is still on the 0.7, so this would be kind of that POV look. So if you're walking down, doing something with your hands, drinking a coffee, it's a pretty cool effect actually. Testing the face tracking. So DJI has kind of been massaging this piece for years, ActiveTrack. I think this is ActiveTrack like 6.0, and this is pretty crazy. So you double tap on your screen, you're gonna have a yellow square when something is recognized, and you tap it again, it's gonna illuminate green, and then you can just do your thing. So for vloggers, like trying on clothes or doing a what's in the bag or anything where you're a single person, like one-man shop, run and gun, like this thing is proving to be the ultimate vlogging machine. And this is still native audio, no mics. We'll get to the mics in a minute. And you can see, like, no matter what you do, it tracks you. And you can throttle back the speed of this. This is set on gimbal speed medium, and it's like, I don't know what else can this thing do? Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. This isn't face tracking, this is ActiveTrack. So it gives you 9 different grids, kind of following the rule of thirds, and you can select which part of the grid you want your subject to be framed in. So I just selected it for the middle. And it's literally just gonna follow me around everywhere. You know, with the gimbal that can basically go, I don't know, 300 degrees, sometimes you get a little lost at what your orientation is at. Let's say I'm over here and I don't really know what's happening. 2 clicks of the joystick levels you right back out to center. And if you do 3 clicks, it moves you around to your outside framing. 2, 3, back here. Okay, now we're gonna talk about audio quality. So again, I'm still on a busy street. There are so many birds, which is awesome. It's been raining off and on for a week, so the birds and the worms and the dew and everything is happening. So this is an omnidirectional built-in microphone. So it's supposed to capture a lot of your voice and a lot of the background sounds as well. In your content creator pack, if you got it, you also get one of these. And these actually came out with the Pocket 3 before they were for sale on their own. So this is DJI's second version of their mic system. I have the first version. I use it with my Canon mirrorless setup, and it is unbelievable. It's the best mic setup I've ever used. The beautiful thing about the Pocket 3 is that it does have a built-in transmitter. So all you have to do is turn this thing on. Okay, so this is the audio quality of the built-in microphones. Now this is the audio quality with the DJI mic. And you even get an automatic pairing notification on the screen, and you even have a sound level, like a peaking level across the top, so you know when you're connected. And it's so easy. So I think what the Pocket 3 is doing is it's eliminating a lot of excuses to shoot, right? Because you would be like, oh, I gotta bring my tripod, I gotta bring my gimbal, I gotta bring my microphones. Guess what? You don't need anything. You need this little shaving kit, and then you're good to go. Okay, another thing that they improved with the second version of the mics is the foxtail or the dead cats. It used to have kind of a cam lock that was finicky to get on. Now it just plugs in right to the headphone jack. So this is a jack that you could use to connect a different lav mic to it. You just fit this on there and boom. So if you're outside and it's windy,
this is what you use. One thing I do really like about this camera, I don't want to say it's a jack of all, because obviously with a fixed zoom lens, you can 2x zoom it in, but it's a digital zoom, so your quality is gonna suffer. Aside from that, this thing can do everything. So when I'm shooting, if it's a commercial shoot or a video shoot or something for myself, I like variety, right? So I'm gonna have some stable shots, some moving shots, some gimbal shots, some time-lapse shots, some panning shots, some tilting shots. You can do it all with this creative kit. So I think if you're gonna spend the money on this camera, you need to get the creator kit, because you get the extended battery, you get the microphones, and you get the mini little tripod.
So the only other thing that we haven't tested that is still up in the air would be battery life. I've been shooting for about an hour, and I will say the extended grip, so the battery pack grip, is getting a little bit warm. It's still full, and the camera's still full. So I don't think battery life is gonna be an issue. We'll see if there's any overheating down the road. I'm gonna go back to the studio, do some low light testing and wrap this thing up, because as you can see, we're getting some storm clouds rolling in again. Okay, low light test. So in my golf sim, the dimmable lights all the way down. We're okay. Back into the dark corner. This is like less than optimal lighting. I think it's really good. And this is just on the normal setting. And this is on the low light setting. Good job. Looks great.
Pros and cons. Pros, obviously the size, the ease of use, the image quality, and the stabilization. You put those three together and it's like that last minute, oh, that looks really cool, I'm gonna shoot it. You don't have to worry about balancing a gimbal or enabling image stabilization or make sure your color profile is set correctly. You just flip it on and grab the shot. The cons over time might be the battery life. Any camera system with a built-in battery, those batteries can develop a memory and that can get worse over time. So my overall thoughts on the Pocket 3, you need to add it to your repertoire. Like I kind of said outside, you can do time lapses, you can do walking shots, you can do establishing shots, you can do static shots, you can do moving shots, you can do slow motion, you can do hyperlapses. Like there's so many different shots and things that this camera can do. Is it gonna be your A camera that you use for everything? Maybe, you definitely could if you're on a budget, but to use this footage in conjunction with other footage that you've shot for B-roll or establishing shots, it's a tool in the toolkit that you need to use. So who would I recommend this for? Probably vloggers, let's be honest, content creators. I'm gonna use this on the golf course. Like, quick, you gotta be quick while you're vlogging on the golf course. You don't hold that pace of play. And I've been searching for something like this. I tried to use the Osmo Action before on the course, or a GoPro. The ease of use was there, and the quick to get those shots, I could accomplish that, but the image quality was lacking. So now with this 1-inch sensor and this color science that's coming out of new DJI products, it's the ultimate vlogging camera, hands down. So let me know what you think about this review. Let me know if you're using the Pocket 3 or if you're thinking about buying one. There's links in the description. What are you gonna use it for? What settings do you have it on, and what have you found to work the best?